GM.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
You're amped.
Tell me something. Is it also 23 degrees where you are?
If we're talking about Fahrenheit, yes, definitely. If we're talking about Celsius, not even fucking close.
The fuck happened? It was literally 24 degrees when I woke up.
You know what? I tell everyone, especially in Canada, because we always get this like really nice string of weather for like 3-4 days at the beginning of March, and everyone's like, yep, that's it, we made it through winter, and then we get just smacked right beginning of April, end of March, and it's painful. I don't know. I would assume the weather is about the same in New York typically.
Yes.
It's depressing because you have this, like, it feels like the world is opening up, and now you just step outside and freeze your balls off again.
Not Brutal. As depressing as the top 10 coins on Dex Trader right now. Dogger, Shib Doge.
oh, we're in that season, are we? Keep going.
Yeah, no, you know what that Shib Doge. Shib Doge. There's Shib and there's Shib Doge. There's two.
Well, it's got to be twice as good then.
There's Elon and there's Elon Doge.
Oh, speaking of shit coins, did you get in on that DSO pump yesterday? I know, I thought you were maybe holding
on it. I mean,
you've been hodling, haven't you?
How can I be out on any DSO pump?
I mean, did you sell?
No, I didn't. Why? Did it retrace all of it?
It went up to like $88.
Yeah, I mean, I saw. There's obviously some news coming. So.
No. Well,
it's at 57 now.
It was from Elon tweeting out that he wants to start his own social, decentralized social, which I don't think is going to be DSO. I think a lot of people were like, well, if Elon adopts it, it's off to the races, which is absolutely true.
Probably true.
100% true. I mean, that thing will be $1,000 a coin, but I don't think he's going to be.
I would take that. I would.
Unless
the register there.
Well, I mean, he might not use DSO the way that DSO is used, but I guess he could use the blockchain. He would do his own thing. He has the money. He would do his own thing. Or he's just talking shit like he normally is.
Yes. I mean,
Probably the biggest thing. GM, guys. Cambo, Bing Bong, episode 100. Congrats. Thank you very much.
Eligible for long-term capital gains on my DSO investment.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. It was a year ago last week that I signed up for it. I haven't been on it in 8 months, maybe.
Yep.
Tigbo, Vintage, Bomber, Cambo, Xiao. Where you get the AM hat? We do have an AM store. We have a merch store. Let me try and find the link for you. We don't push it very often. This one I had made. There is a black AlphaMint cap there, but it is a like a flexed brim.
Money, Mo problems.
Mo Nabis. Mo money, Mo Nabis. Chipper, good to see you guys. Crypto Cosmos. I thought the final frost was in, so we planted. Mistake. At least I have more compost, I guess. What did you plant? What were you planting? I need to know. Do you remember what the link for the AlphaMint store is?
What the link is? What do you think? I memorize links? We have official links.
It's true.
Channel.
AlphaMint.
I don't even know what the link to our YouTube show is. That's why we have an official link.
Nice. AlphaMint.xyz is the merch. Stream's playing some bangers on the chill playlist.
Are they?
Yeah, let's go. I'm feeling it.
I just think about like the soulless musician with dead eyes that has to come in and like play this. Like he wants to be out there making his own art, but like he needs to get that $700 a week, like coming into the Restream headquarters and
oh, I thought you were implying that there's just some guy playing this live every time a new stream comes on. Some guy's just like behind the scenes playing it.
Oh, that's it. See, look at where you're very imaginative. Were you eating edibles again last night? Your brain is very
I did.
creative right now.
I did. Yeah, little
For
bit.
real? See, you
Yeah,
see how I could tell? Do you see how I could tell? This takes an expert in cannabinolic research.
Okay, keep going. Yeah.
I will keep going.
Was it because of my creative ideas of
That was totally like a story somebody comes up with when they're high.
Yes, no, I
So that was definitely your brain under the effects of cannabis.
We gotta have the drinking show soon. I'm not above starting to drink at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it is documented.
Oh yeah, one time. Oh, the tequila that it shot.
Yeah, you look very comfortable one time. You looked very comfortable that day.
I can't say I normally do tequila shots that early, but a little bit.
Are you looking off to the side in case somebody else in the house hears your plans?
No, I'm all by myself now.
Okay.
I have my monitor.
You were looking like somebody was gonna come out from the left perspective and.
Oh no! I totally told the wife. I'm like, a couple people were pushing for a drinking game on the AlphaMint show. So if you come home one day and I'm wasted, don't be alarmed. Yeah, it's work. I'm working. Cool. Oh, you know what? I've been watching this the documentary on Disney Plus, or I guess it's not really a documentary. It's a show about Elizabeth Holmes.
Okay.
It's fucking wild, man. You know who I'm talking about, right? Theranos?
Yes. Craziest eyes in the business.
First of all, stacked cast. You recognize like everybody in this show. Amanda Seyfried does like a crazy good job.
They debuted this on Disney Plus.
Well, I'm assuming it's under one of their brands, right? It was based on like a podcast done by ABC or something, which is under Disney. So,
was GameStop halted to the downside?
What?
I gotta go see this. Was it really halted?
Oh, Cambo's saying in chat.
Look this up and it's not halted. I'm gonna bop you over the head, Cambo. It's better be halted when I go look. What begins, Cambo? What were you predicting? Some sort of like meme stock bear crash or something? What is beginning? Confused.
Oh,
I mean, I said multiple times on this show not to buy the GameStop stock. What a stupid fucking name for a stock. GameStop stock. Yeah.
I think that's why they started calling it.
Buy it based off this NFT news, though I did find the news very bullish. I like GameStop as a brand, not as a stock. Regardless of the short squeeze theory that all the great minds of Reddit have come together and decided.
I think that's still going too. They're like any day now. They just keep zooming out the chart. They'll be like, "Look at this."
Oh, you're one of those who hates who missed GameStop and hates the people who are.
Who, me?
No, not you. I'm figuring out Cambo's psychology here for the "It Begins." The evil laugh with the fire in the background. Like there were two camps, right? There were the young kids who somehow in their pea brains thought they were like taking down the man in Wall Street by fucking gambling on GameStop. And then there was the old stodgy guard who were like, I value invest for 8% a year and I put so much effort into my DYOR and these kids just come in and blah, 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 blah. And both camps were stupid.
All right, do the old GM, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday? Fuck, what day is it?
Good job, Art.
It's Tuesday, March 29th.
200 episodes smoothly.
Yeah, episode 100 of the AM show. Congratulations, free market. Give yourself a pat on the back. I will do the same thing. I told you guys that it didn't mean anything until we hit 420, but 100 is a very nice round number. So very excited to be reaching this milestone, and the title of our show just got one digit longer. I'm your host, R2 Degen, and joined with me, as always, free market capitalist.
Hey now.
Free market, how you feeling this morning?
Fabulous. What a day.
Things are looking decent. NFTs still waiting in the winds, but some good news geopolitically, some good news on the stock market. Crypto's looking great.
As I bring up my stock chart, which, while it's been mostly green recently, has either been very mixed or red. Every single stock on my watch list, with the exception of energy, and there are very specific reasons for that, obviously, are green. Markets are ripping to the upside right now, plowing through the 200-day moving average that had been sloping downwards and is now flattening out. Currently, Russian troops are leaving Kiev. They are pulling back. It seems like the worst is over. Obviously, Putin can do everything. Nothing is out of the woods. All the standard disclaimers. This is fabulous news, not just because financial markets are ripping, but on a humanitarian level as well. Everybody is feeling good this morning. All assets are ripping. Maybe NFTs are pausing a bit, but given what we're seeing right now, they're holding up pretty well. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good this morning. How about you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm feeling great too. Obviously, this is great news for the world if it continues along this path. Of course, these two sides are fighting an information war, and you gotta kind of take everything with a grain of salt. Although being hopeful is obviously the most important thing. It appears that they've been having talks in Turkey between Russian and Ukrainian delegates. This is a CNN article. Just pulled it up because it was something to show on the screen. But it looks like the talks have been going well. Russian deputy defense minister has confirmed that they will radically at times reduce military activity. The article goes on to basically just say that, they're having a hard time actually getting Russian troops to these front lines. There's a lot of dissent and unhappiness with what's going on. And, maybe the wheels are falling off of this special, air quoting, special operations that is going on in Ukraine. It definitely doesn't mean that things are over. It definitely looks like we're on the right path. And yeah, of course, from a humanitarian standpoint, which is the most important thing, this is really good news, although a lot of damage has been done and a lot of lives have been lost. But of course, looking at the markets, it does seem to be game on, as well as the S&P, as you said, is just going on a tear. It's up 1%, 15 minutes after opening bell. And crypto is kind of following.
Retraced that entire pullback, if you see on this chart.
Yeah, we are fast approaching
back at all-time highs, just for perspective.
Yeah, which is a huge deal. It's again, like, anything can happen. We're still day to day on this situation, but if things continue to progress in the right direction, I gotta believe that it's just going to continue to be game on, especially for the risk on assets like the S&Ps and the crypto in general. ETH almost hit 3,500 earlier. It's pulled back to 3,450. Nothing wrong with that. Up 2.5% on the day. Bitcoin still kind of trucking along, just under 48,000, but it's doing its thing. I saw also in the news, Terra, Luna has reached an all-time high at $105 per token, up 11% a day. I don't normally talk about any of that, but it is at an all-time high, so I figured I would at least just give it a shout out. And yeah, I mean, we are looking at like green pretty much across the board. I can check my stock portfolio. It's looking much the same as well. And yeah, I mean, it's where do we go from here? Is this just up only until we get some bad news? Are we out of that bearish seasonality that we've talked about? And then this is kind of the perfect news to take it into another, echelon, or what are you thinking?
Well, you know what they say on a day like today, if your alt isn't ripping, you better rethink your life, because everything that is gonna have a good cycle in the next few months is up today. Now,
except for Ripple and Dogecoin.
Yeah, so keep an eye on those two. As we guided you through the last cycle with the precision of German engineering, there were two things that we pointed out. Okay, and obviously the geopolitical was more of a wild card because it's war and you don't know what's going to happen. But inflation, and specifically commodities inflation, has also been driving a lot of the fear. As things start to ramp down in Ukraine, oil has fallen under $100 a barrel. This is very important. When we were at 4,200 on the S&Ps and everybody was convinced we were in for a major crash, oil was going to $150 a barrel, inflation was going to get out of control, the Fed was going to have to raise more than we thought, and nobody knew what we were going to do, I cautioned that everything you were looking at was looking backwards, okay? This isn't forward-looking data. This is backwards-looking data. The market tends to be a forward-looking mechanism. When you combine these two things, it causes the priced-in effect. By the time your brain is digesting whatever news is hitting the wire, the market usually has priced it in. And when we got down to those extreme lows, I was talking about how unless worst case scenarios happen here, everything is priced in, and it's going to be very hard on a technical level to get any lower. The RSI was as sold as I had ever seen in a non-crash moment, okay? We have ripped back very, very hard as the news has abated, and now things seem to be clear sailing. Obviously, our biggest concern is that as ETH makes its way to 4,000, which feels programmed right now, what are NFTs going to do? They are likely going to chill or pull back. We can cope and say that they will not go down in nominal dollar value, which is true. And as we know, when ETH does find its next consolidation area, that money is likely to rotate down into NFTs. Our biggest concern, as I have said over the last 2 weeks, as this move was gearing up because we saw it coming, it just looked like it. It had the look, right? Alts are what we're worried about. This is the other high leverage bet that degenerates get tempted for when they start moving. So it's less about, are NFTs, more expensive in dollars? It's more that people want to rotate into what's hot. And with alts ripping the way they are, that's your biggest danger to NFT prices in ETH terms right now. So that's just kind of what we're on watch for. I think traders are looking for coins right now, not NFTs.
Yeah, and once those alts start ripping too, the swaps start getting pretty busy, and then the gas starts to go up. It can definitely at least raise kind of the average gas price. We saw, like 15, 10 Gwei for a little while there when the volume was so flat beautiful on everything. Amazing. Like you can't ask for a better situation, especially when you're playing a lot of these P2E games. But when the swaps start moving, that average will climb up to 30, 40, 50, and for a long time 60 was considered low.
4 days ago, I didn't want to pay $35 to claim anything. Yesterday, I was contemplating paying $260 to buy a grip at Cow Coin. I can't even tell you what Cow Coin does.
And you bought Cow Coin?
I'm long cow now, baby. Move.
Are you getting into the shit coins too?
We're not going to talk about what I do.
No, we're not. No, it's okay.
Nobody should care about what I do. I lose money. That's what I do.
Speaking of shit coins, to all my BitClout homies that are in the crowd, there's probably 3 of you left at this point. DSO ripped up to almost, it was actually, I think, $80 when you zoom in a little bit closer there yesterday on the news that Elon Musk is exploring decentralized social, likely creating his own, but DSO as a speculation on it.
Social, DSO.
Oh, not just a clever coin name.
I do see how people got there.
Yep. Very, very creative. Definitely better than Clout, which was formerly called. But
I didn't expect Nike to cash me out in December, and I don't expect Elon to cash me out this month, but I'll fucking take it.
Yeah, why not, right? Holy. It's been a fall from grace for that that network there. But hey, who knows? There could be light at the end of the tunnel.
Cash me outside, bitch.
Cash me outside. Speaking of talking about things going on a run, it's probably more because ETH is moving upwards and going on a bit of a run. But Google searches for Ethereum merge have hit an all-time high. Canadians, Australians, and Singaporeans were most curious to know about Ethereum's imminent upgrade. We've talked about ETH 2.0, the switch to the consensus layer, which is proof of stake rather than proof of work, and all the great things that are going to come with that. But people are very interested in it. It's the Google searches have gone crazy for it, and that just means that attention is on Ethereum. And free market talks about attention all the time. Watch where attention is. These are attention tokens, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the eyes are clearly going towards ETH as they look to alleviate a lot of the concerns that the current layer has. The one thing in this article that I didn't realize was as big of an upgrade as it is with this is that right now ETH handles about 30 transactions per second, which is not substantial, especially when you compare it to some of the newer L1s. But this new proof of stake mechanism is going to scale it up to 100,000 transactions per second. I didn't even realize it was that dramatic. I knew that the environmental stuff was going to be big, et cetera, but I didn't realize how big of a scaling upgrade this will be.
And I don't think, I will tell you right here on the air, and we will talk about this next year when it happens, that Ethereum is going to $35,000 per coin and Bitcoin is going to $25,000 per coin. And that is going to happen by February of next year. All right.
I mean, I won't argue with the ETH side of it.
This is not.
You know what I'm going to say about the Bitcoin side of it, though.
I don't care. Bitcoin.
Yeah, I know.
Bitcoin going zero. It doesn't even matter. No. The reason I am saying this is because I don't think people even understand what's about to happen with this merge, okay? The 6 months between the initial merge and when Beacon Chain ETH becomes transferable, you're essentially going to have a period with zero miner staker ETH sell pressure. Do you understand that? Do you understand why? Do you understand what that means? During this period, staker rewards for securing the chain are going to accrue on Beacon Chain, and they won't be sellable until after the next upgrade. You do not even understand how stupid things are because you have forgotten how stupid things can get. When ETH went from $250 to $4,000, that was fucking stupid. And you didn't think it can happen again. And guess what? Guess what? This merge is going to blow your fucking minds. ETH is going to flip Bitcoin, stack it, because we're going to the fucking moon.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not going to bet against you on that, on the ETH price there. I think that we are in for some it's so funny because you look at all of these soul killer ETH killers and like Sol and these Cardano, all these other L1s that are coming for ETH. ETH 2.0 is going to be the ETH killer and the killer of all the other chains. The value is already on this chain. People are developing on it. People are building on it. People are committed to using it. You and I and most of the people watching here, your NFTs are already in ETH. You've been buying ETH. You've made friends that are trading on the ETH chain. And sure, some of us dabble in Sol and whatnot. Myself, I don't personally. But once now all of a sudden we're talking about lower gas, higher scalability. People can't even use the environmental concerns against you. I mean, it's just game on, right? It's once that happens, and provided it works like they say they are, and they've taken enough time that I got to believe that they are not going to press that on switch until it works perfectly. I mean, what other leg do any of these L1s have to stand on other than like Sol with the VCs pumping the shit out of it and whatnot, right? It's just everything is already here and it's about to crush everything else. So, I got to say, I'm very excited for this. Since I've been in crypto, again, I've said it before, this has always been 6 months away from being 6 months away. We, just kind of kicking the can down the road. It really does seem like we're on the precipice of this happening. And when it does, it's
I want everyone to do an exercise. Why don't you zoom out and decide for yourselves? Do you think the market cap of the internet should be bigger than the market cap of gold? See, I think on the other side.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even, it would be hard to even fathom the market cap of the internet, right? Like, how do you even put that into dollar terms? Like, it probably exceeds, all of it, right?
About to get silly.
All right. Speaking of, well, not speaking of, Biden yesterday proposed his new budget, and in that was some crypto implications. He is saying that mark-to-market tax rules might be applied to cryptocurrency, which is basically the way of saying we're going to tax unrealized gains. This is not a fun proposal to be being put forward. However, they've talked about this in terms of traditional stocks and all of that stuff as well. And it's likely going to get shot down. A lot of times when they're proposing these changes, it's go really, really hard to one extreme. And that way, when somebody wants to meet you in the middle, you've gone farther than you need to try and get closer to where you want to be. I got to believe that that's part of what's going on here. But man, if this if mark-to-market rules were applied to crypto, you can probably just watch all of the newly minted crypto millionaires and billionaires get on a plane and never come back. This would be a disaster for the U.S. more than anything, I think. He's quoting $11 billion over 10 years in tax revenue and $5 billion next year alone. Like, this is fucking nothing to the United States. Like, $11 billion is, they piss $11 billion. It's absolutely inconsequential. So I don't think that this is going to happen. But it was looming. I did see people talking about it, and obviously people were doing the concerned thing. Is this the end? And I've got to believe the answer is no.
Understand, when you see things like this, okay, unless it's the announcement of a law being passed, these are public negotiations. This is how one side of lobbyists negotiates with the other side, because all these bills, they're not decided by the president and the senators and it's decided by lobbyists and their aides, okay, who then, after they've done all their work and research, bring it to the senator and go, does this work? Sign it. And then they go, yes. This is how lobbyists negotiate. They do it in public with extreme positions to get the other side to give in a bit. Something like this would never happen. And of course, if it did, you would see many people flee to tax havens around the world. This would be absolutely communist in nature.
Yeah, just stifling innovation too, right? Like people with money tend to put it into other things. They start to build other projects and hire people, whatnot. Would not be a good look. But yeah, like you said, and like I said, it's just you take one extreme position and try and force the middle to be closer to where you actually want it to be. Really funny, not funny. Yeah, it's funny. Coinbase is basically hiring Jason Bourne or James Bond. Coinbase seeks bodyguards with tactical driving skills and positive energy. A new LinkedIn posting from Coinbase asks for some qualifications not typically found among crypto professionals. Coinbase has posted that they are looking for some bodyguards that have some pretty serious training, especially overseas, basically mercenaries in a sense, but with at least a little bit of professional touch and friendliness, but not too much, because they don't want you to be too chummy with the executives. This is an interesting topic because a lot of times we talk about security and the things that you can do just as individuals to protect yourself, keeping your seed phrase completely offline, not taking screenshots or photos of it, and keeping it in safe places, getting a ledger, Trezor, all these simple things. And then some people will take it a step farther. You get the steel plates where you stamp your seed phrase in, so it's much more permanent. There's no degradation there of the paper, et cetera, et cetera. Crypto executives that are dealing with these, these exchanges and these funds that have hundreds of billions of dollars in crypto in them actually do need to take some real serious security measures. So, but it was the wording that I think was very at least fun. They're looking for someone to be part of their family, but also protect them.
Yep.
If you have any bodyguard training, you're looking at about $100,000 a year plus equity and benefits in Coinbase. So if you are Jason Statham, maybe you can apply there. But
I do think it's important they have a positive attitude. I think bedside manner for bodyguards helps. It helps. Okay, you can't do good work with these grumpy people around you. And that
have a nice conversation in the car rides and on the planes and stuff like that. It's always good to be surrounded in a positive environment. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my headset there.
Oh, we could.
Oh yeah, you can see me. That's right. This is a pretty untapped market, and they are going to be moving into NFTs on Candy Digital. WWE signs deal to launch NFTs through Fanatics. Candy Digital, the NFT digital trading cards, will feature famous wrestlers. We often talk about a lot of sports, NFL being rabid traders and a crazy fan base. WWE and wrestling fans are the ones that I know second to none in terms of their obsessive nature about wrestling. It's been decades since I've watched the WWE with any kind of regularity. But I think having this market on Candy Digital, which is on the Ethereum chain, also good. It could be opening up Pandora's box to a very specific set of people, but ones that love spending money on their hobby and their passion.
I was always a WWF guy, and then the WWE was the new upstart that came along, and
no, they had to rebrand it.
Oh, did they? Yeah, I don't know anything about wrestling.
You just told me you went down the wrestling rabbit hole for 12 hours yesterday, watching old videos of.
I didn't fucking take notes. I was just, I remember this guy. Oh shit, I remember this guy. Whoa, that looks like a cool move. Wow, that was fake. That looked real to me.
Yeah,
that was my mind pattern through these things.
Yeah, I just watch people throwing each other around. These guys are pretty crazy athletes, but yeah, like I said, the fandom of WWE is right up there with the best of them. So this might still be a little bit down the road, but they are, I think, looking towards the end of the year to launch something like this. Candy, if you haven't seen it, is done on the Ethereum blockchain. It does get ported over to OpenSea if you want to, and they handle a lot of the MLB stuff. I don't see a lot of that kicking around. Obviously, we talk about it. What's that? Is it?
It's Poly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, when I was reading it, I guess maybe they just.
Oh wait, is it Candy or Sweets? It's Candy, that one.
Yeah, Candy Digital.
My bad. Sweets.io is on Polygon. I don't know if Candy is though.
Yeah, from what I've looked up this morning, it was for sure. I've never dealt with anything on Candy, but you can grab it on OpenSea.
Mm-hmm.
So MLB, definitely don't see a lot of those NFTs kicking around, but we not quite the same level of Top Shot.
Yeah, that's the thing. The one thing Top Shot at least did was felt like they kept the NBA cohesive, because that was, at least for a time, the one property. MLB's been all over the place. There's been Topps NFTs, Wax NFTs. It just feels like, which one am I? And then the ones on DraftKings, which I guess were more about one athlete. But I don't know. It would be nice to have a cohesive baseball one, because, man, I love baseball. I would definitely get baseball Top Shots or Top Hits, whatever they call it.
The dirty Yankees fan, man.
Yes.
It's okay. I'm just salty because I'm a Blue Jays fan, and we always got to get by you in some way, shape, or form, and can't do it. So
guess who?
It's just salt.
Oh yeah, you want some salt? Guess who I have been chatting with the last few days, and who is
Tell me.
Lemon? Kenny Lofton.
Oh, no shit. What's he up to these days?
Little Lemon Lofton.
He's retired, right?
Yeah. Yes, he's retired. Yeah, but little Lemon Lofton hangs out in the lemon space. You know why he jumped in a lemon spaces the first time? He saw the title, Out of Pocket. He goes, shit, out of pocket. I got to see what's going on here. Now he owns a lemon. Went to JPEG party. That's right. Kenny Lofton, Hall of Fame.
That's amazing. Yeah, no
is.
shit, eh?
Former Toronto player.
Yes, he was very briefly. Indians was the main team, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So Indians? Yeah. All right. We touched on this yesterday live on the show because it just kind of happened while we were talking. Decrypt did an article on it, but the one thing I just wanted to follow up on that was interesting, and maybe this was a real fat finger. This Bored Ape yesterday sold for 115 DAI, which probably would have sold for 115 ETH. The price lines up. His mutant, the corresponding mutant, sold for 25 DAI. We were kind of skeptical on whether or not this was an actual fat finger, someone just selling it to themselves, or, maybe even as far as some kind of tax loss harvesting. The interesting part of this now, as it turns out, was that the ape coin hadn't been claimed on either of these mutant or ape, and it was immediately done after that. So maybe this was just an instance of this C-Chan guy living under a rock, went on to OpenSea and was like, wow, that's a great offer, and clicked accept. I have no idea.
This is like the great mystery of the NFT world the last year. Even DC Investor was tweeting about it, and then people came in as replies with the theories, and people were digging down on it. I think it's so bizarre because the amounts are certainly what those would have been listed for in ETH. The mutant would have gone for 25. That other one would have gone for 115. So where initially we were like, oh, well, he couldn't have been a mistake. He did it with the mutant too. Is this really just the case of somebody who genuinely mistook the DAI symbol twice for ETH because for whatever reason, whether, I don't know, his partner screamed across the room, hey, you got 115 ETH offer on your ape. Should I accept it? Who knows?
Right, yeah.
Who the fuck knows? I mean, anything in this world could happen, but it is bizarre. It's crazy bizarre. And, I wonder if we'll ever hear from the guy and find out if it's just cope or if he just, was doing it for some strange reason. It's hard to even see it as tax loss harvesting this early in the year. Who knows what reason it would be. So,
well, all said and done, between the value of the ape, the value of the mutant, and the ape coin that was claimed from it, this was a $656,000 loss if it was a legitimate fat finger. So
that'll fuck your quarter up.
Yeah, that's you have a tough time sleeping after that one. So it'll be interesting to see if any other news comes out of this and whatnot. But it is funny that no matter what, we seem to go through these phases where we can't stop talking about a fat fingered ape, the OpenSea exploit, somebody getting hacked because they're trying to animate their Bored Apes and stuff like that. But still, every time this happens, it just captures so much attention, right? And it really is just the power of this brand, because this really shouldn't be surprising at this point. We see it on a week-to-week basis, but it really does suck people into it.
What are the moral implications here, R2? Would you run a bot that offered 115 DAI across the entire ape collection?
It seems to be like a profitable move. I don't know.
I know it's profitable. I'm asking you if the morals would allow you to do that.
You know what? I don't know. I would have to think more about that. I've never considered doing it, although, I suppose you could. What are your feelings towards it? Mine are just that, like, I hate seeing people go down this road, but at the same time, like, $500,000 would be pretty nice. I don't know. It's it's decentralized. You don't. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Where does the game stop? Right.
Everything's a game. Life's a game. It's all game theory. Okay. If you believe you should exploit every edge that life gives you without any repent, then why wouldn't you run this bot? It's very profitable. At the same time, you're purposely trying to trick people. You're trying to ruin somebody's life potentially. You could literally ruin somebody's life. So
yeah.
I'm
yeah,
not,
you know what? When you're saying like that, no, like I wouldn't intentionally do that. I'm also thinking that there's those bots that will scan a contract, and if something gets listed for like dramatically below, you could like pick it up right
No,
away.
I think that's a different moral implication.
Yes, and that's kind of where my mind was going. Yeah.
You're literally trying to trick someone into fucking up
Yes.
one way. The other way, you're just catching somebody's fuck up. Hey, fuck ups are gonna happen. There's nothing wrong with cleaning it up, but man, that's a little fucking scummy to go around offering 115 die. We know what you're doing if you're doing that. Maybe rethink your life, because you could his whole existence.
Yeah, when I see these articles pop up, I don't immediately default to be like, well, it was his fault. Fucking serves him right. Like I do actually like feel empathy or sympathy, whatever the one is where you can't relate but you understand. Like it does suck. I can never remember which one's which.
Look, I'm both. Hey, it's his fault. I'm not saying. Look, people.
Yeah, but your natural inclination is not to go, ha. You know what I mean? Like, kick them all down. Go on Twitter and tell him to change his profile picture, like we see some people do. That's fucking brutal. Let's talk about the Pock drop yesterday, because that had people really fired up. For those of you that don't know, Pock was doing his part 2 of his Ash drop, which was Metamorphosis. This was featuring some really, really, really big names in NFTs. We had DK. DK is one that I have pulled up here. Fuck Render, of course, Pock himself, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on and on. This drop was going down just after noon Eastern, pardon me, for 50 Ash. Ash is the token that kind of runs Pock's ecosystem. You can burn NFTs to earn Ash. You can combine NFTs to upgrade. I don't know the exact dynamics of all of this because I've never partook in anything that he's actually done, but you also have to mint these in Ash. So this was about 50 Ash, or it was 50 Ash token, which was about $1,200 at the time. And this was a bona fide disaster. This was Manifold.xyz handling the mint process. It's a pretty robust platform for, people that want to put their artwork out there but don't want to handle the dev side of things. This is actually used quite a bit. But the contract for this Pock drop was not good. According to Richard.eth on Twitter, there was not a proper buffer set for the MetaMask when it's estimating the amount of gas that it will need to, and when you jack up the gas too high, it caused a failed transaction. When this went down, gas shot up to about 3,000 ETH, and this was the better part of a 3,500 ETH or $12 million in basically just burned only in gas. It was quite a debacle, and people were rightfully pissed. About a third of the transactions ended up failing. Some people lost up to 2 ETH per transaction, and NFT Twitter exploded. As of right now, the secondary isn't trading at all. They haven't enabled trading on secondary, so this is all just sitting there waiting to happen. Manifold has sort of confirmed that they're going to be reimbursing anybody that I guess fell victim to this, although that's going to be a tough pill to swallow for them if they're going to go the full $12 million. Pock has taken a little bit of a beating, but he's divisive in and of himself, so nothing new for him to be facing. But yeah, this was just an absolute shit show.
Yeah, I mean, Pock just shows up every few months, hits us for $30 million and bounces. And this contract was lazy. It was, I like Manifold. Manifold is great for small, independent artists who don't want to use OpenSea's contract to put things on there. And I'm not saying that Manifold probably can't be used for more complicated contracts, but if you're Pock sitting on 9 figures of fucking money, then hire the best devs in the world. Hire the Dookie devs. Why not? Why not give people fucking free gas? Make us, it's lazy. I'm sure. I mean, we already heard that Manifold's going to be refunding people here, but it, it puts a bad taste in people's mouth as every Pock drop manager. I'm wondering if that's part of the art at this point. We know he's very.
That's what he said. He was like, "Man, these failed transactions would make some great art." And I think everyone was like, "Too soon, dude." Like,
no, was he even joking? I mean, this guy, he's
probably not.
He's the Banksy of our space, right? He doesn't give a fuck.
No, not at all. The hard part was, I think, for a lot of people, not only was the gas that you paid exorbitant, but the fact that you have to transact in Ash token also kind of hurt, because when all of this went down, the value of this token also plummeted, living true to its name. Sitting at $12 right now, and when you see this chart actually load, you'll understand what I mean. So yeah. Tell me when the drop happened without telling me when the drop happened. Went from $23 to token to 12. So anybody that even transferred, the $1,200 or more to into the Ash token from their ETH and didn't get to mint, just saw a loss even in that regard. So all across the board, I think people are looking for some kind of remittance, or I don't know how they can possibly like make this right for everyone, but I mean, Pock has made enough money off of this.
That looks like that candle. That looks like that candle from the blow dart GIF. When
it really does, yeah. It's this was extraordinary. Again, like you said, and like Small Penguin said, he's made 9 figures off of this space. Hire your own dev. You can afford to have an in-house dev that you ring up once every 3 months when you want to do another drop.
Next time, everything will go very smoothly.
I have no doubt about it. It's just it's very it was very bizarre that.
I do. That was sarcasm.
Oh, it was? Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you can't make this mistake.
I'm kidding. Maybe I'm sure next time it won't be a contract issue, but it'll be something because it's Pock.
Yeah, well, it gets the people going.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the art in this is pretty good though. Did you end up looking into it? I mean, it's a lot of like just the same. There's 250 of these basically each, and I don't know. I always love DK's stuff.
I'm just waiting for him to release a collection called Tupac, and then I'm going to ape into
it. Yeah. Maybe that will happen. I doubt it though. We got some details on the Murakami flowers drop that everyone's been looking forward to. This is going to be the whitelist pre-sale will be 0.07 ETH. The public sale will be 0.1 ETH.
I said, ooh, pie charts.
Yeah, he's got a very fancy pixelated pie chart here, kind of breaking down the distribution. There's 3,500 that are going for the pre-sale. Those are the owners of the Murakami clone X's. There's going to be 1,200 of these total, and last night the seeds that are some of the, I guess, mint passes for this went absolutely nuts. We're gonna refresh this right now, but it was up to 6.5 ETH, and yeah, just dropped just below 6 ETH, and this has been pretty spectacular. Murakami definitely.
How many are you allowed to mint with these mint passes?
1.
Wow.
1 flower per MetaMask wallet at the time. Each will distributed as a seed, which can be redeemed as a flower at the time of reveal for public sale. There's no knowing which of the 11,664 individually hand-generated flowers. That's that's a weird way of saying computer generated.
Same opening line as Clonex. Clonex
is it?
Clonex had a 3.5 ETH opening line on a 20,000.
Oh, I see.
This is half the supply with a 6 ETH opening price. That's basically the same market cap as Clonex pre-reveal. Now, I'm not saying these are going at 20 ETH like Clonex are, but that is impressive.
Yeah, this is.
I would have guessed, 2 or 3 ETH tops on these opening line on these Murakami flowers. But God knows.
I mean, this might have just been the initial swell. Sometimes we see these mint passes cool off after that first push there, but the volume on them was crazy.
Here's what I think. Clonex was a collab with easily one of the, if not the most known and profound artists in the world. This is his project. Who knows what type of access these will afford? This is what NFT. This could be the largest artist from traditional art to ever enter NFTs and leverage what we know NFTs can give you with accessibility to him, his world. I mean, we talk about physicals being attached to an NFT. Imagine a Murakami physical being attached to an NFT. I mean, these are already being auctioned in Sotheby's auction houses. So this could be this of course, as we say with a lot of projects, may be more than the pixel art that we are looking at.
Yeah, I mean, based on the art that I've seen from him in the past, I find maybe that the pixel art is a little underwhelming and disappointing, but hey, it's his project. He can do what he wants. And
I'll say that it feels like early Japanese video games. It has that aesthetic. Sure. I believe he must feel very nostalgic about. So I enjoy seeing this artist work through what he considers nostalgic, especially when you know what has been going on in his personal life over the last few years. I think that's why he's exploring this type of art. I mean, I'm just speculating here and trying to understand this artist, but that's what I'm seeing.
Oh, I mean, artists, they work on what they want to work on, and if this is something, I mean, you reach a certain point where just the name value alone can sell a project, right? And this is obviously the recipient of that. If you are at all interested in getting in on this, and I would definitely take the stab at doing so, you can register for the public sale. The public sale will be done by a raffle. So you can go register your email there, and then you have to connect a wallet to said email. So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people registering for that.
Did you say you only have to do an email or wallet also?
No, you have to connect. They'll send you an email in which gives you a link to connect said email to wallet. I don't really like the fact that they're doing this, because so often we see issues with email scams, phishing scams, and all of that stuff.
Yesterday.
What's that?
I was scared to click the link they sent in the email yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like we talk about phishing scams all the time, and these emails that show up, and be very diligent if you're signing up for this. There are existing platforms like Premint and stuff where you can register for a raffle. I don't really agree that they're doing it this way. But this is the way that they're doing it. I'm losing. Sorry, one sec. We're good. Oh, maybe. Holy, I don't know what's happening. Anyways, if you want to register for the pre-sale, for the public sale, go ahead and check out their site.
It wasn't working for me yesterday either, Blockchain Zane, who asked if it's not working for him. I was getting an error every time I tried to register. Did you register?
Yeah, I did. It worked fine.
Did it work for you? Yeah, I was getting.
Yeah, maybe try it again. I did it this morning, so it's.
But he uses Chrome, Blockchain Zane, so who knows? There's a lot of Chrome native applications, so.
Yeah, it could be.
Safari uses Chrome's API. So if you're using something like Firefox or Brave, maybe switch over to Safari Chrome.
Can I show you what?
The registration process. Click on the link.
I can't pull that up because it's in my email right now, and I'm not pulling that up on the stream. So,
this feels like as good a lotto ticket as any, right? I mean, 0.1 for automatic 6 ETH right now. Boy, that's gonna feel good, like a good raffle to win. I'll tell you.
Oh, you're saying just register through this? Yeah, I mean, it seems to be. I don't know.
Look, you're going to have a 1 in 300,000 shot, but hey.
Now that I've given my email up on stream, perfect. Not that hard to find. Yeah, like I said, it worked for me. So you just go there, put your email in there, and fill out the CAPTCHA, and it should send it. I'll double check. You know what? I'll follow up and make sure everything was working properly. I literally did it just like while I was doing the pre-show, figuring everything out. So maybe I'm wrong too. Fuo is also looking to do Fuo World. This was a lot of God, what's the word? Sorry, I've been thrown off. They have an affiliation with Artifact too. This is Fuo World launched their Twitter yesterday, already at 16,000 followers, just tweeting out random stuff. A place where emotions run free and imaginations run wild. There is no roadmap in Fuo World, just art and ideas. Everything to do with Fuo, like the Fuo drips and all of that stuff, just went on a tear, as it's probably looking like those will be mint passes or access passes to this. Do you want to riff a little bit on what Fuo is and why it's important to the NFT world, and what maybe we could be looking for in terms of this?
Yes, he is the Picasso of our industry. He will be the most important artist of our time. He is yet to even begin to explore his greatest periods that he will go through and unfold over. This person is very young, and they are putting out a caliber of work I believe that I have not seen since Picasso. So get your hands on anything Fuo related. He is the god. He is the king.
Yeah, definitely keep a lookout for this. The details are very scarce at this point, but the stuff that he has put out has sold for incredible premiums in the past, and obviously some connections to Artifact there as well. I just pulled up my email on a separate browser there, and you guys are correct. I have not received the registration email yet, so my apologies. It seems like it's not working for anybody. And then lastly, looking forward to this weekend, we've talked about Frenzies very, very briefly in the past. They kind of had the NFT world in a uproar. Probably about a month ago, when things were a little bit slow, they announced a 4.2 ETH Dutch auction, basically just after the Pixelmon disaster, and they kind of got fleeced there. But this project has since decreased their Dutch auction starting point from 4.2 ETH to 3.3 ETH. Nothing really spectacular. But the important thing to look at is the 10 Genesis that they've sold. These are being sold in conjunction with Christie's auction house, and they are selling for a huge premium. Back in December, Vincent Van Doe spent about $500,000 on one of these, the first #1 edition. And now they have been auctioning these off on OpenSeas in conjunction with Christie's. And these initial first 10 mint passes are selling for about 30 ETH each. These are ones that come with like this 4-foot bronze statue that's painted like the Frenzy that you get, which I guess is probably the appeal here. But for those of you that don't know about Friends With You Studios, I mean, they're as it turns out, once I did a deep dive for a video that we did on YouTube, very, very well known and renowned artists that have worked with like some of the biggest names in the world and done installations for just huge tourism boards like Tourism Japan. They had a float in the Macy's Day Parade. These are some big name artists moving into this space. Have you ended up looking into this? Are you familiar with Friends With You before NFTs? Is this something that's appealing to you? Because there is just so much hype, and I thought maybe it would cool off a little bit, but seeing these auctions go down on OpenSea for 30 plus ETH has been pretty spectacular.
Yeah, I know of him because of his GM posts every day. I know he was trying to do an exorbitantly expensive Dutch auction, and then yesterday I saw some sort of physical sculpture associated to whatever he's doing and people fawning over it. So he's obviously somebody.
It's these two guys that have been working on this project. I mean, it's been around since the year, I think 2000, 2002, somewhere in there. So they have a track record of success. I mean, they've partnered with Pharrell, Montclair, Hello Kitty. They have like a huge list of partnerships that they've done. This is going down on the weekend, the public Dutch auction. There's the super golden key mint, which is sitting at about 2.8 ETH, which is a mint pass for it. The weird thing is like, it's not generative art. You actually get to go into this like character creator and make your own friend. And then I guess the goal is that you have like this augmented reality friend AI that gets to like know you. And so they're actually doing some pretty interesting stuff with it. Does it justify the 7,500 ish ETH that they're looking to raise? Maybe more than that. Mental math on camera is not good, but I don't know. But it seems like with Vincent Van Gogh buying this a couple months ago, the first one for just a crazy amount, and then the rest of them being sold, people want to get their hands on that physical sculpture, and this could be something to watch out for, especially if you're higher in liquidity, because you're looking at a couple of ETH to get involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
So keep your eye out this week. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do you get any benefits
to buying the?
Are they friends with benefits?
Oh,
move along. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think I want anything other than friendship from these little clouds there. All right, man. Yeah, that's pretty much the last of the big topics that I had going on here. We'll turn some music on. Congratulations to Kaijus, who saw an absolutely gigantic sweep last night. Kaiju friends Roar came in and swept 50 Genesis Kaiju, the lowest one selling for about 5.5 ETH. So I mean, this guy spent, I think it was just over 300 ETH on the Genesis Kaiju there, which is crazy.
165 Genesis left for sale.
They are going through a supply constraint. You know what though? When did they hit 70? That was a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about that on the show, right? So
yeah,
clearly they, the recipient of some downward pressure.
There are 5 under 7 ETH right now. So it's 5 more until we're at 7 ETH again. And
which in this market is outstanding. I mean, it's,
Yeah, they when everything started pulling back, they pulled back from 7 to 5.5. And now they're pretty much back at 7. A few people undercut right after this. It always happens. There are people who see the sweep, go, "Oh shit, this is my moment." They post right at the end, and then it's like, "Oh fuck," and they keep chasing it down. And now there's 5 of them under 7, but they're basically it's 6.2, 7 ETH. They'll gyrate. 7 ETH was a new all-time high. I think we got up to 7.2. Even if NFTs hadn't pulled back, you would have expected them to consolidate, some supply to come on the market. I mean, this has been a slow growth. This is not the Azuki effect. This isn't a hype project. When Genesis hit a low of 1.6, and I swear there were even WETH offers going for 1.2, 1.3 back in December. All right. It has been a slow climb. There have been no what the fuck moments where it just went from 2 ETH to 7 ETH in 3 days and it was the talk of the town. This has just been a steady climb. And of course, people get fooled because the babies are in the same collection. And remember, the baby price will continue to trend down even as Genesis goes up because babies are being created every day. The supply is getting bigger. So until you do see that mainstream hype cycle, which is coming soon, you would expect the baby price to continue to trend a little lower. It was averaging 1.6. It's at 1.3 right now. But, we were at 210 Genesis on the floor not but a few days ago. We're at 165 now. One more good sweep like that and shit's going to get silly.
Yeah, pretty wild. I think that's maybe one of the reasons why it went under the radar. A lot of times you see these sweeps that do especially in the higher priced collections that really push the floor up quickly. You know, a lot of people see the floor price rise dramatically in a short period of time, and then start following suit. But this was just on the Genesis ones, right? So that the floor price that was on OpenSea didn't really change too much from it, and actually it wasn't really the recipient of any big volume swell after that too. Since then, you know, looking at about 7-8 sales there, so maybe a bit more than that, but pretty cool. We got an Art Blocks curated dropping today too. I'm gonna pull that up. Last week's actually ended up doing a little bit. It's kind of cool. Back in Art Block season. Oh, it's evolving more. These squiggles, yeah. I saw it at first, and then as it goes on, there's more to it. We'll watch this.
When we come out of this period, and I don't know if it's going to last 1 week, 3 weeks, a month, where NFTs are now going to take the backseat to alts and spot. I would be circling art blocks and generative art. That is where I would be looking to pivot towards if you're trying to skate to where the puck is going to be. I would not be looking at PFP collections with the exception of very, very few.
Yeah, it's weird. After this squiggle kind of snakes its way down, it's like this cityscape kind of starts to expand out from underneath it. Ancient Courses of Fictional Rivers by Robert Hodgkin. Hodgkin. There we go. We'll see how that goes down. Doing the typical Art Blocks Dutch auction, starting at 5 ETH and then running it down to, well, as low as it goes. I think last week it minted out at about 0.75, and then promptly shot back up very briefly. Who is Robert Hodgkin? I'm gonna look that up. A lot of times, if you're looking at these art blocks, you look at the artist and see because sometimes you know, they snag some big name artists in there, and it really can cook after.
We like the cooks.
Like the cooks, yeah. It looks like this guy. So, 4,500 followers on Instagram. Not a lot. Cool art though.
Yes. Generative art.
Is last week's over mint price? I'll double check. It did go over mint price. You know, those things are a little bit fluid sometimes, though. I'm trying to remember what it was called. No.
I put my hero on my Apple Watch at the absolute top when we hit $44 on
your confetti.
And I'm wondering if there's a correlation now. That when I get so excited,
your Apple Watch, and
this NFT is going to 100 ETH. Let me put it on my Apple Watch so I can feel good and look at 340 grand on my wrist every time I look down. Did not work out that way, ladies and gentlemen.
The top is always the Apple Watch.
I just use that as a contra indicator and trade against it. When I get that feeling, oh shit, I got to put this on my watch. Sell.
How many BGANs you got on your watch?
3.
It's all good. Those are juicy.
I bought a couple last week.
You bought another one?
I bought 2 more.
Yeah, man. There's some. I know we push the BGANs every once in a while, but
it's got a stack.
There's some good ones on the floor these days.
You know, Gary's gonna get there eventually. It's just a matter of time with that guy. He likes the history.
Gary. Memories of Killin' by Emily G. That was the one that went down last week, and it is above mint price. 0.75 was when it minted out, and we're sitting at 1.1. A couple sales a day. These things kind of fizzle out. We'll see. Did you see the new BGAN tool that removes the background? Cool stuff. I saw something about that on Twitter, but I didn't go down the rabbit hole just then. Did you check that out?
I didn't know.
All right, my friend. Well, what are you up to today? What do you got going on? You got your squeeze coming up at noon.
Yes, sir. We got the squeeze at noon.
What's on the docket today? You guys got a topic or
Lemon?
Oh, I know lemons. Thank you. I know sometimes Michael comes up with like a a theme for the show and whatnot.
He does. We got the roadmap in a couple days. We love the lemons. Very bullish.
Yeah, that's supposed to be out by the end of this month, right? So what do you know? Is it like the 31st it's coming out?
I don't know the exact day.
Gotcha. Just gonna drop it on us.
Love the lemon.
Might as well just bring up Kiwami. The anonymized mint is going down today. The anonymized.
That's an anonymized project, Kiwami.
I believe there's some dev crossover there, but yeah, anonymized got about 50.
Is it Inarashi? It must be Inarashi.
I'm not sure. Is it Mouse Dev? Is that who that is?
Yeah. 0x Inuashi.
Trying to find the team there. There we go. Chief Hatmaster, founder and creative director, Viva Tokyo.
That's not.
Founder of Anonymous Mouse Dev there.
Well, there you go. And
I think these are gonna look good, man.
You're a fan of the triangular nose, it seems.
I could get over the triangular nose. I'm just enjoying the.
I think this is your Azuki. Is this your forever anime PFP art?
I don't have any of these. I didn't ape in.
Buy one from the secondary. You're oohing them very hard.
I think they're gonna do well. They're catching up on Murray.
It's not about them doing well. It's about the art. You seem to like the art.
It's all about the art. I'm gonna refresh it. 0.6 floor price go down when R2 hits refresh.
Correct. Keep my.
I could use that to my advantage. I could buy low on stuff if I just hit the refresh button enough.
Mm-hmm. If you can only short them.
Yeah, no way to short the NFTs right now that I'm aware of.
Need more liquid.
Always need more liquid here.
No, I don't mean us as individuals. I mean, create a market in which you could short things. They would have to be a lot more liquid.
Oh, I gotcha.
They're by nature, not fungible. Therefore, shorting is very difficult.
Yeah, Cass saying you should have bought at 0.11. Man, I know hindsight's 2020. We were looking at them. We were talking about them right after mint. Sometimes got to have some more conviction in my own enjoyment of something. 1-2 ETH maybe. God, hey, look, some of the Degen Dojo members hit Murray and Kiwami pretty hard. So incredible cook if you're holding these through reveal. I think that they're going to come out looking great. Please hit that refresh button 6 more times.
Go buy an unrevealed one live on the air.
Go buy an unrevealed one now, man.
I don't know. I feel like you like these.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm buying for 0.6.
Like you can sense one of one in a collection you really like.
Oh, don't do that to me. Now you're speaking to the gamble inside of me.
I know.
Could be, man. I really wish those Illuminatis would start do. I mean, it's hard to ask anyone in this market to do anything, but
no, it is.
My number 32.
About hard.
I know that they go through.
Azuki's just hit 20 in this market. I will politely ask Illuminati to do fucking something. There, ask.
My number 32 is burning a hole in my wallet there. That's the best pull I ever had, and I didn't pull the trigger on reveal day. when they were like 0.7 or something. Azuki hit 20 ETH, 8.5.
What am I? You gonna be a dick for a tick? It was like 19.9 or something like that. That's 20 for all intents.
A dick for a tick. I'll take it. You're right. Cass, GM.
Good morrow, Sir Cass. How are you?
Yeah, let's not go there.
Oh no, you're having a rough one.
Fuck me. Yeah. Anyway,
You all right?
yeah, I'm cool. Well, no, I'm not cool, but I am cool. Kawami. That's what I jump on and talk about. Yeah, Kawami. There was talk. I can't remember what survey it was, but a lot of people behind it were really, really, really bullish. Yeah, they were really bullish about the project, and I think the report that they stated, they were saying between 1 to 2 ETH. And I looked at the art, and it's not Azuki, if that makes sense. It's got its own twist to it, and it's from Japan and authentic. And yeah, a lot of people were they were really bullish about the project, and they were stating in their reports 1 to 2 ETH. That's where they expected it to be. When it was at between 0.1, I was like, oh, okay, maybe it'll go up to 0.2, 0.3, and then then reveal. And I was waiting for reveal, to be honest. I thought it would be around that 0.3 mark, see a slight dip, and then it would just go to the moon because of the art. But what a fuck up that one was.
So you didn't end up picking any of these up either?
No, I didn't, and I should have. But I was thinking reveal, and I was just waiting for reveal. But I love the art.
I just thought maybe that there would be a burnout between Murray and...
No, it's different.
Yeah, I know.
It's different. It's just, I don't know. Even the vibe is different about it.
R2 doesn't like anime, is what he's trying to tell.
I mean, this is what it comes down to, right? Like, yeah.
What do you think of them? FMC?
No, they're fine.
I know that.
I just don't know anime. Like I don't know it well enough. I think they look good. They all the anime ones, I see them. They're hitting. These have a better color palette for me than the other one.
Well, Bay Cafe is minting today, so there's another anime.
Nice.
Oh.
I keep saying I want a Life of Asuna. Because you know what it is? That's one of those collections, it's going to come back and have a moment just because everyone was too too bearish. It was like the sign of the last peak. You know how that shit works. There's going to be a point where it's a buy. It's going to rally to 1 ETH. I just have a feeling. But yeah, the bays look cute. You showed me the
bays do look cute, man. And then there's Tales of what's it today?
Yeah, it's is that an Arbitrum drop?
Yeah. Tales of
Illyria, yeah. That's why I pulled that up.
I'm having issues with the wallet at the moment because I've got Arbitrum, but then to play this, you need Arbitrum ring speed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still trying to figure out how to. Yeah, I'm still figuring out Arbitrum ring speed at the moment. But,
I'm giving up on all Arbitrum. I'm just waiting for my swolls to go back to 4 ETH so I can sell them for 4 ETH.
I think to play the game, it will be cool.
Definitely. It looks great.
Looks like again, like almost like old school RuneScape vibes from them, maybe. Is that right?
It just reminds me of games as a kid, man. Like,
yeah.
I just look at all of this shit and I think, fuck, you know what? It's a bit kiddified, isn't it? Like, when we were kids.
I do love the RPG games, yeah. Natural resource, cool.
So what do you guys think the next meta is going to be then? We're going through this tools meta, I'm noticing, like alpha tools.
Generative art.
You were saying generative art, innit?
Yep.
But do you not think that instead of being trends, maybe it's trends, yeah, or a new trend, but do you not think like each,
I'll be right back.
because NFTs are what's its name, aren't they? They're niche projects. It's a niche project.
Yep.
So do you not think that the communities are building, or the people that are kind of pulling towards that, those niches are growing, so those sectors will still flourish?
Yes. There's fast money and there's slow money, right? The thing is, when we talk about the meta, it's always what is the fast money chasing? Every meta we've experienced has an underlying legitimate trend to it. It's not just the meta. It's not just the flash in the pan. There's an underlying legitimate growing collector base for that niche product, whether we're talking about P2E, risk protocols, PFPs, generative art, every niche within NFTs. So absolutely, but there's two types of speculators in this market, right? There's slow money, long-term trader investors, and then there's fast money traders. People always want to know where the fast money traders are going next because they want to profit from it. So I think that's the two things we talk about, like, oh, what's the next trend? It's not that it's like this next thing that's going to flash in the pan and die. It's just, where's the fast money going? And the next trend is altcoins.
Oh, okay.
and then after that, I think generative art. But like you say, I think certain P2Es, certain PFPs who are going to be building and sticking to what they do well underneath the surface, they're going to come out of the other end of it in, July and August, when PFPs and P2Es start heating up again. But I do think generative art's going to have a moment.
Okay. If I run a couple of projects and see your thoughts on them, if you've got a bit of time, or are you guys kind of showing up?
I wish I had the lightning round and all the buttons so I could press them. We'll do the Jim Cramer lightning round. Go, go, go. Just start naming projects. I'll do buy, sell, buy, sell.
Oh, okay, we'll do it. Let's start off with Twisted Bears.
Don't know it.
Lost Samurais.
Oh, I saw that one pop up the other day.
I have like 3 samurai discords, and I always confuse the names.
I think it's the option.
Hold on. Is this the one that has like 333 Genesis of them? Oh, that's the last Samurais.
No, yeah, Lost Samurais.
I may not know the one you're specifically talking about. I will tell you that since I trust your judgment so much, you better drop these links in the AM or the DM or whatever.
No,
yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
Okay. No, there's gonna be some, like droplets.
Oh, I heard of the droplets. I mean,
Yeah, no, there was some. I am so unsure about them because they've taken their time to ramp it up, but they're on like 100K on their fucking Twitter.
Yes, they are.
And look at the interactions. It's a bit mouth-watering. Like,
yeah, maybe Weather Report should sue them instead of Dented Fields.
They do have a circle as a head. That could be some copyright infringement there. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
It looked like Tasty Bones and Weather Report.
Smashed together. Yeah.
I feel like we were talking about metas. I think this one's gone for a while. I think we've diluted.
Otto Stewin was asking, he's like, what is wrong with Doodles? Why has like Azuki and Clonex taken off, but Doodles hasn't? And I honestly think it's just because there were so many derivatives with that color palette, there was fatigue. Like, I don't think Doodles is dead and it won't be a blue chip and an elite and all that. I just think people are a little tired of it. It was so good. It was like a song that we played on repeat for 3 weeks, and now no matter how good it was, we don't want to listen to it for a few months. Then in a couple months, it'll start playing, and you'll be like, "Oh shit, I loved that song!" And then they'll ramp to 20 ETH. But I don't know.
See, again, like I would think the same, Like I would have thought this metadata, this meta's gone and it's been played out and blah 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 blah. But it's the numbers that's kind of making me think, wow, like, yeah, wow.
Is there
I mean,
something more here than just the PFP? Let's see the drip map. Okay.
Yeah, the drip map, the reveal of droplets, water charity donation.
Okay. Metaverse land, whitelist collabs, DAO.
It's not like anything else, like anyone else's fucking.
This is
right.
Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, but I can't understand. Dude, I cannot understand the numbers. Okay, that's Twitter. Okay?
Yes, I can. Fake. Of course. This is fake, Cass. I see it all the time. You can buy followers. It's very easy.
No,
now
you know what? Beforehand, I would say yes. Piece of piss, yes. And at the beginning, the trend was definitely that. The interaction was nowhere near going with the kind of emoji responses and the rest of it. It just didn't make no sense. But as it's being ramped up, yeah, it might only be like, I don't know, a 2x, who knows? Or, you know, a little thing. But it just, I think what surprised me more than anything else is just the numbers. And that's the thing. It does look like everything else.
I mean, Sparrow had 250,000 followers. So I'm not saying this is a rug. I just mean those numbers don't surprise me. I think social media numbers are easily manipulated.
Yeah, I do, but I don't know. It's just a weird one. As I said, I'm
not saying don't flip it. I mean, with 100,000 followers, like you said, you're probably guaranteed.
There's going to be someone who needs it in their life, innit? They must have seen this.
I just didn't know if you were asking.
No.
I didn't know if you were asking about the.
No, long term, no way, man. Like me personally, any of these kind of projects, long term, been there, done that. So
yeah, these are like such a tired model. I look at that roadmap; it's literally the same Doodles derivative roadmap we've now seen 100 times. This is like, what?
And you know, I mean, honestly, this is like, if you were just like first reactions, look at this. What do you think? It's just like every single one that I've seen is the same color, and I'm like, that doesn't play well. I don't know. I get it.
And what about Me 6?
Oh, I mean, and that's the bot? That's the disc. Is that the Discord bot?
That's what I mean. Me 6 NFT avatar.
Didn't go too well.
You're not bringing it up on our screen, R2.
No, I'm just searching for it in the background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is this one right, Cass? 355 of them minted.
Yeah, no, 355 owners. I think there's.
one. Yeah. I gotcha.
Now, these guys were interesting.
1.1K. Yeah.
Had the pleasure of meeting some of the founders as well, which was not me.
Nice.
Yeah, it was on the AMA. So got on the AMA and started speaking to them. And now, when I spoke to them, they were like, because we've got like 17.5 million people that use our shit, right? We didn't think we needed to do much marketing or anything regards of, and they were honest. They're like, we're developers, we build stuff. That's what we do. That's what we do. We don't do marketing. So we just thought we put it out there. Everyone's going to see it. Happy days. So they decided to take, I don't know, 2 weeks to kind of relaunch it. But what's interesting is just the utility of it, which made me go, this could be actually beneficial if you're looking to, I don't know, to take NFTs further. They're going to be releasing a token and you're going to get an airdrop from a token. But I think what's interesting more than anything else is that you will, on their platform or on their dashboard, you will be able to create your own token.
Okay.
It's mainly for people who run servers.
Yeah.
And obviously, like all the premium stuff, you get for nothing for life because, yeah, you own the NFT and other benefits, so on and so forth with their stuff. Yeah, the people, the members of the team seem really cool. It's just I don't think they done enough shit for it. But what made them confident and bullish and thought they would have the resources to be able to throw into like Web3 and tokens and so on and so forth, is from their subscription. the amount of money they make from their subscriptions, they can keep fueling the ecosystem.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge bot. 17.5 million servers.
Well, and that's, this is where obviously the NFT is very interesting, is the utility that they could potentially provide, and how an NFT speaks so perfectly to their business. But like so often, businesses crudely try to fit an NFT to what they're doing, and it's clunky and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, this is a match made in heaven. So excited about what this could potentially be.
Very. I bought one.
Nice.
I bought one, and just to hold. And I mean, the airdrop alone, considering they've already kind of sorted a deal with Binance to have their token on their network. Yeah, it's interesting, man. Like, I'm interested in this one. There was another one that brought to my attention as well, was Premint.
Premint, yeah.
So they're doing their 2002. What is it? 2002. What the fuck is that? Collector's Pass.
AlphaMint has a 2020 pass raffle going on Premint as well right now, if you hold the Moon Lounge pass too.
Why don't you say this shit?
I did.
Why when?
We posted it in the Discord plenty of times.
Bro, my life. My IRL, is that what they call it? IRL?
Yeah, IRL.
Is literally
nutso, right?
Bro, let's not go there. Anyway, so
I'll find the link for you to go sign up for it, okay?
Legend. I think I signed up for something. That was another one that interested me, because but I don't know if I think my only concern is not all the bangers are going to be on Premium, or maybe they could be. Premium has been used a lot recently over the past month.
It's getting popular.
Well, I think I just think it's gonna be like, Premint's perfect for the things that have that guaranteed hype, right? Like something is going to sell out, and it's just the fairest way to manage that demand, versus the stealth projects we love. I mean, shit, the best mints of all time were the free mints, right? It was the orcs in the NFT worlds, and crypto punks, and countless other free mints, Mooncat heist. I mean, these were wealth generators. So the stealth mints will still be the stealth mints, and I do think they're going to exist, because one thing the stealth mints have in common is they're all innovative, right? Like, every stealth mint that does well has a very innovative concept behind it. And I don't think that's going to stop. I think that's what the Ethereum network breeds. I think that's why Ether is going to rally to $35,000 over the next year. So this, while not every project, I do believe the one with the type of demand to justify it, it's the fairest way. I mean, I think it's the fairest way to manage that. But, people may think otherwise.
I think this platform is going to be very important going forward, just as a trusted source of being able to, know that you can go there, register for a fairly run raffle or all of this stuff. And the things that use it just seem to go pretty smoothly. I know you have to pay to be on it, but I mean, that's a good buffer in and of itself. 0.25 for this pass. I think that this is going to be.
It looks worth it, man. Like, if you can get access to every single collection that uses it to kind of either raffle or to give their whitelist or to kind of sign up for their whitelist, or all of that. If it says more or less what it's saying, you've got access to all of that. What's the need for alpha? It's there. They've just given it to you on a plate. Like, if you can get alerts.
And here's the thing too, right? Like, if this pass goes down well, it's well received, people are using it, there will be an onus on projects to actually be using pre-mint too because of the community that they've built in by having this pass, right? So it's almost that like what was that called? Like a recursive thing where like it's growing on itself, and then it gets better because more people decide to use it, and then the demand gets higher. Like I could see a really good feedback loop there. Especially, you know, if that community is strong, the pass is well valued, and getting on pre-mint means that you're going to have a much higher chance of having some really great exposure for your project too, right? Like it's yeah.
Here's the thing, okay? Now, there's another pass that they released which didn't do too well. It reminds me a bit of the Me bits, the Me 6 kind of thing, which is currently sitting at 1 ETH at the moment. But that's for life. Now, the only thing that worries me is the 2002. Does that mean this pass will only last for a year or until the end of the year?
Yes.
So
it does say that the 2023 collector's pass mint, as a 2022 collector pass holder, you'll get guaranteed access to mint a 2023 pass. So, I mean, it's a yearly subscription type thing.
Oh, fuck that. That's my only issue, okay? Is that if it does get really popular, and if it does get, the price will go up. You know?
Yep.
It will go up. It will sit to the trends of what it should be, you know? And it could be out of reach for people next year. It just gives you the access to mint. It doesn't give you anything else. It didn't. If it said like give you, I don't know, 50% off mint or an airdrop or like collect certain tokens to be able to purchase your pass for next year because you held, cool. Then
yeah, I could see that where it's like a staking thing, and you you accrue tokens over time, and you know, if you staked for say 6 months, then you should have enough tokens plus some to be able to just mint next year.
Yeah, exactly.
I
think
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be fair. But this, but yeah, they've got the pool to kind of be a successful project. So that's like, yeah.
Hey, if I win one of those raffle spots, because I don't have one, I'll gladly mint this.
Definitely. Yeah. There was what else? There was that. I thought that those two were really kind of.
Did you guys see the Bored Ape swag that they released?
Oh my god!
What did they release? No.
Jesus.
What?
Their gear,
Guys.
What is that?
You know, I thought the first release was underwhelming, but I was like, all right. I mean, it was earlier in their existence. Like, they just wanted to get something onto the backs of their fan, but it was simple and shit, right?
Yeah.
This is so, I felt bad, you know, because I know I've been a part of cults like this. You gotta pretend you like this shit, you know, like I understand, but oh my God. This is so bad. This is so like, okay. You know Atom Bomb Squad, right? Like they did a Yuga Labs collab. And you look at that gear on the Atom Bomb website, it's fucking heat. It is so nice. And you know why? Because they partnered with a real designer.
But then this is it. Like the thing is, okay, I'll explain it. And a fuckload of fucking NFTs when they do merge, they fall in this trap, you know. They think this shit is good. This is shit. Coming from I've done a bit of clothing like back in the day, and it's poor. It's not great. Atom Bomb Squad, where they base themselves around clothing from the get-go, yeah?
Yep.
They delivered. Because in terms of the realms of NFT, they were always about clothing and branding of clothing, so on and so forth. That was their main, you know, that was their shining light, so to say. And they delivered when they did a collab with him, which makes perfect sense. And I'm so glad they did, because it just, you know, builds their reputation because they can get away with it. But when you are a Bored Ape, you would... Littles. Have you seen Little's merch?
No, I haven't seen. Is it good?
Dude, yeah, I was impressed.
Oh yeah.
I was actually impressed. They had a selected run, and they just either the photos were absolutely amazing, or they actually got the artwork right.
Nice.
So yeah, I was impressed with theirs. Lemons are, I don't know. Maybe the quality of the hoodie would have been cool, but and the cool thing about it, it was stitched. It weren't print, so that was nice. But no, man. Like, if you're gonna do merch, like if the amount of money you're getting for these projects, if you're gonna do merch, man, you can do merch better than this.
That's the thing. Here's the thing. Bored Ape Yacht Club. Yuga Labs is literally the company in our industry. They should have the leverage to partner with anybody they want. They could go to any fashion designer in the world and say, hey, we're Bored Ape Yacht Club. We're the most important digital clothes in the world. Can you help make real life clothes? And people be like, fuck yeah. Any fashion designer would jump at this opportunity. This is what's going on.
Honestly, check out this tweet though. This is amazing. Just hold on one sec because it was so good. So this is the obvious collection, and it's got those you know those vibes, the like death metal band tees and stuff like that. Which I mean, just I don't own any Bored Ape stuff, so this doesn't matter to me. But like at the same time, I wouldn't be wearing it. Drip Cult shared this. Where is it here? I fucking died when I saw this morning.
How you saying it?
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Is it up? Yeah. Right? Like the Monster Energy hat. Like it basically like just
Dude,
I don't know. Just fucking
look. The way I would have done it personally, there would have been two. If I was Bored Ape, because you've got the money for Bored Ape, let's not get it twisted. Yeah, you can just take one of the ones out of your promotion and your promotional bid that you minted right at the beginning and just sell one, and go get a collab with. There's two ways you could have done it. You could have either gone like premium, you try and get a Gucci, a Versace, a Prada.
Well, they just had a partnership through 10KTF with Gucci,
right? And so they could have gone down that route, or if you want to go mainstream and get the world to know, go down like a Topshop or a H&M or a BMA store, or that everyday shopping experience, Levi's, or go down that route, do a collab with them. It's not like you can't do it. So, but instead you're gonna go and
I don't know which one of these I would wear out in public. Maybe this one with just the logo on the front of the hoodie.
Yeah. Or maybe the cap, which you can't even tell on the far right hand side.
This one?
Up.
There
you go.
Like nice black flat brim cap with the contract address on it. Like I don't know. People are gonna be like, "What's that?" And then you got to explain to them, like, "Oh, it's the contract."
I don't know, man. I just would have expected just a little bit more class.
Well, but here's the thing, right? So this is only Bored Ape holders that can grab these, right? Bored Ape, Mutant Ape. You got to have one in your wallet to get into the store. You want to buy one, you got to use Ape token. Great. All that's good stuff. You're going to be out in public wearing this stuff. And if you want to, hey, that's fine. I'm not here to judge. I personally wouldn't. But like this is the representation of the preeminent NFT brand that we're, looking for us to carry us over the threshold into mainstream adoption.
Dude, like, look, it is what it is, isn't it? Like, that's their vision. That's the way they like to see things. They
drink it.
They must. Could you imagine when they were designing it? And they must have thought that's going to be so sick. Drink it. It's their work. Okay, we can't really diss their work. But I just thought maybe, put it this way, the marketing is going to need to be fucking shithole for this to blow, man.
Oh, they're going to sell plenty of this stuff. You know what? Like, give me a nice crew neck sweater with. I'm pointing at the screen. You guys can't see me pointing at the screen. The that Bored Ape logo that's stitched right where the Nike logo is. Like, just give me that. Free market just left. He's like, fucking out of here. It's the R2DJ and TS Cast show.
Oh, fuck.
Happy to have you aboard. You're hired.
Hey. Probably got rugged. Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
man.
a fan of it. Personally, no. I mean,
Could have done better.
they could have done better. Yeah, they could have done better. So what else then? What else has been good?
Just living life, man. Kid had COVID this weekend. He's feeling better though.
Okay, that's good.
They bounce back.
Yeah, they do. I didn't. Yeah, it took me a while, but yeah.
At this point, I can't tell if it's like lingering effects for myself or if I'm just out of shape. Like shortness of breath. I'm like, I just can't walk up staircases anyways, man.
Shit.
That's a bit tongue in cheek.
Thank God. Oh man, no. So it's just been like Star Wars.
It's coming. It's coming, baby.
Oh shit, you're doing that AMA tomorrow, isn't it?
The AMA in the Discord is tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow at noon.
What? Noon? What? EST?
Eastern. Yeah, 9 Pacific. I think 5 or 6 p.m. GMT. Whatever. What time is it there for you right now? Is it 4:18 or 5:18? Yeah, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It is 4:18. So it would have been 3:18 for a week.
Yeah, daylight savings time needs to go, man. Makes no sense.
Yeah. It is
Especially when some people use it and some people don't.
Yeah, but then it depends on where in the world, in it, I suppose. And if you need more light, you need more light. So, yeah, I kind of get it, but yeah, it is kind of a head fuck sometimes. Yeah. So what? So what are you thinking about? What's
Free
happening
market
in-
just said this computer died. Sorry, what's that? What am I thinking about?
Yeah, what are you thinking about? What were you expecting? Any kind of little, because it's tomorrow, isn't it? So like any kind of, what are you going to talk about? What's going to
Well,
happen?
we've got a channel open for people to submit their questions, so we're gonna read through that and find some good ones. I mean, the thing about AMAs is that like if you really want it to be succinct and informative and concise, like collect those questions first and then get them all kind of sorted out, because I love you guys all to death, but sometimes when you get people up on the stage, like you do at Discord stages or something, like people get a little bit nervous and start to ramble a little bit, which is totally understandable. I don't hold that against anybody, but it can it can chew up a lot of time. So yeah, I mean, I suspect there will be lots of questions regarding the game, roadmap, stuff like that. I think the generative side of it is a little bit locked in. I think most people know what they're expecting, the mint price, the mint date, et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's going to be more of the like future forward questions, if that's my inclination. I haven't, we opened the channel this morning. I haven't even started scrolling through it.
I can start popping some questions if you want. That's not a problem. I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not shy. So
You? No, never.
We're gonna do a preview AMA. I'll start asking questions and you just fire them away. I don't mind it. I have got a list, my friend. A list. Can I ask some
Yeah, I'm
questions?
just looking at them right now. All right, no, you gotta save it for the Discord tomorrow, man.
I'm not gonna type that, bro. That's like 10. That's 10 pages.
You got a 10-page question?
I've got 10 pages of questions. Blue. Blue. Because obviously you have to add the humor as well in it, the nervous part, let's just say. But yeah, like got loads, dude, from like what kind of game format, what kind of tokens, what kind of framework are you using? Are you using anyone external or not? Is it all built by you guys? To what's your visions later on in regards to tokens, tokenomics, liquidity pool, people backing you, people supporting you.
Oh wow, you have gone in,
bro. Like, come on, bro. Just like when listen, AMA. Yeah, I need to ask some questions. Nah, I will ask them questions, no problem whatsoever. It's just
No, hey, I have never your ability to do due diligence, to find things and ask questions and really like cut to the core of things is pretty incredible. I give you a lot of credit because you know how to do that for sure.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's nice. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Welcome back, free market.
Hey.
That was scary.
I thought you just fucked off. You're like, yeah, I'm done with this.
No. I DM'd you on Discord.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like when you get in show mode, you ignore the Discord. That's our communication tool.
Are you going to be answering questions, dear sir, on the AMA? Tomorrow, you're on an AMA tomorrow, I believe. I'm correct.
We will answer all questions that we are allowed to. Yes.
Are you going to be answering all questions tomorrow, sir? Are you going to be answering selected questions tomorrow?
As long as it's not an alpha leak, yes. But there will be no unplanned alpha leaks. All alpha leaks will be pre-planned and within the coordinated rules by our fearless leader, the Mother Wolf.
Indeed. Okay.
Good.
You gotta leave some things to mystery, you know?
I would have thought so. You know, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Did my camera just freeze?
It did. I'm thinking, like, how are you talking and your face is so still?
I'm a ventriloquist. I think my yeah.
It's actually scary.
I don't know what happened. Technology.
Are you guys excited? Like, are you guys?
That's all I've been thinking about.
Really?
Well, you know, you wanna. It consumes me. It's what I want to. This is, you know, I feel like my life has culminated to this moment. So I just want to execute properly. I feel like an Olympic athlete about to hit the games, and I want to bring gold back for my country.
Do you know what? No, I get it.
No, for sure. It's game time.
Yeah. Totally get it. Yeah, no, 100%. I can totally appreciate that. But it's exciting. It's really exciting. What's your feedback been?
Sorry,
So
I was just
far,
trying to figure out
so
what's
great.
with my camera, and it's not going to work. I'm glad it was at the end of the show.
Especially in P2E focused communities, I would say that there's a lot of excitement. So
Yeah, I can second that one.
Yep.
I can second that one.
very exciting. It's what I think NFTs are becoming. You know, these are I've always said these are entertainment properties. We are all competing for hours with Netflix, and I think projects that view their roadmaps that way kind of get it, and that is just my overarching goal at all times.
Well, I mean, even right from the very beginning, it was that this was, you know, trying to build a brand, something that was bigger than just the profile pictures that we were super excited to put out there and whatnot. And I mean, I look back on that and like, it's actually been like 7 months since we started talking about this. 6, started working on it, iterating and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't something to that we wanted to just like rush out there, because I mean, we've gone through several you know, air quoting here, but bull and bear cycles that we could have tried to hit or whatnot. But I mean, I read that Medium article, like I think most people did, and just like I had that like remembrance of like, damn, like we really have been at this for a long time.
But then another thing I want to kind of point out is you guys have been on the grind and graft. It's also resonated back to the community of their grind and graft. Like some of the people in the I've known you guys for like 6-7 months now. When I look at that,
crazy.
Fucking hell, I've known you guys for that long. Like, really? And And there's some people since November, since, you know, they have lived and breathed Star Wars to a point it's part of their daily routine. Okay. And the journeys that each people have had and gone through just to get to the spot that they are now. And I say this to like a hell of a lot. I would say 3/4 of the community has been a journey as well, which is something you don't really see you don't see in Web3. Because everything else, you get your whitelist, you fuck it off, and you wait until midday. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just been different. And
it's very flattering to see that the attention has been held. And you know, there's ebbs and flows. Sometimes the Discord gets a little bit quiet, and then you know it picks back up again. But that, you know, the excitement is starting to really ramp up. Like, God, this is less than a week away now.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Hey, do you know what time it's going to be?
The mint?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure we will discuss that all in the AMA.
This guy's a master interview.
I know.
I think he should be running the show, as he knows how to get those alpha leaks. It's like Maz and I with the orcs. We poke every week. We're always able to pull a little something out of them.
I'm just trying it. To be fair, it's for my. Oh yeah, technically I do it for my own personal benefit, so I know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
sure.
Why not? But yeah, man. Like, no, well, you know, I've been bullish of you guys since day one, man. So
bullish.
We love you, Cass.
Oh, we love you too, bro. So it's cool. Right, are you closing up shop?
Yeah, I think so. We just hit 2 hours. Yeah, it's been fun.
Did you see we just hit a legendary on the RP?
Oh no, I haven't.
Raining confetti, baby. It's raining confetti. Hallelujah.
The voice of an angel.
Thank you.
I'll catch up with you tomorrow in the AMA then. But you're not having people coming up and asking questions, are you?
I don't think that that's going to be the case. Maybe I think that the goal is to try and get through as much of it as possible without it taking an exorbitant amount of time. So really just consolidating all of the questions that are being asked, and giving the appropriate shout out, right? Maybe, I don't know. It depends on the time frame.
Why don't you do a giveaway?
Okay.
3 people can ask questions live to the Star Wars team. That I think that would be sick. At least that way it eliminates the fact of you just basically prepare yourself for 3 people, worst case scenario, that will give you bullshit. You know?
We'll bump heads with the rest of the people participating and see what we can come up with for you guys.
Cool. That would be cool. And ping me if you're going to do a giveaway so I can get in.
You know I will.
Cool.
All right, dude. Yeah, thanks, man.
Peace.
Later, Cass.
Take care.
Free market.
Hi.
Number 100 in the books.
Beauty. I can't see you, but beauty.
Yeah, I know. I know what happened with it. I use my phone for the camera right now, and I got a some kind of notification or something.
Classic us. I dropped off the face of the earth. Your camera went out, and it, really put the bow on the 100th episode.
Yeah, why not, right? Well, yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in to the past episodes as well. It's been an incredible ride. Obviously it has its ups and downs, and a lot of times the viewership kind of correlates to what's going on in the market, and that's all right. We know that that's part of the game, but it's always a pleasure jumping up here with you every morning and talking NFTs like we would be anyways. So to the people that are listening right now or watching this later, thank you so much for all of the support that you've shown us over the past 4 months, 5 months. God, I don't even know how long it's been. Yeah, you got anything else?
That's it.
Cool, man. All right. Well, if you tuned in late, we talked. Markets are doing great on some good geopolitical news. There might be some crypto tax coming down the pipe, but likely not. Coinbase is hiring some bodyguards. WWE is jumping into NFTs eventually. We talked about Pock's Metamorphosis drop and the disaster that was, nearly $12 million in gas and failed transactions going down the drain yesterday. Murakami flowers coming up. Frenzies is doing a drop this weekend that looks to be like it's going to be pretty hype. Kaiju Kings had a huge sweep last night. Kiwami is gaining some traction, and then we just we hung out, talked about some other stuff. Cass came up and shot the shit with us for a little bit. Very exciting stuff. On that note, we are going to wrap up episode 100. I apologize about the technical difficulties, camera going out, FMC getting rugged, but we will live to fight another day. FMC, love you, dude. Take us out of here.
Love you, man. Good luck at the tables, D-Gens.